Hey Siri, what is the Waste of Time podcast?
The Waste of Time podcast is an independently recorded podcast that covers a wide range of topics, hosted by Let's Talk Cars host Oliver Giles.
Hello, welcome to the Waste of Time podcast. I'm Oliver Giles here with Ben Rose. Say hello, Ben.
Wow, it's me again, Ben Rose. Welcome
Actually,
back to
Ben, before we go any further, right? I actually got a comment saying that that our intros aren't really a high energy enough. So let me try that. How the are you doing, Ben?
How's it going, Oliver? I'm doing well. What about you?
All right, I'm doing great. Let's never do that again. The microphone exploded. All right. Yeah, so to whoever sent me that email, it's like I got one piece of mail this week, but it's actually not viewer mail. That was one piece of mail I got saying, "Hey, can you do like a super high energy intro?" There you go, person requesting that. There you go. All right, so
Whatever you do, don't. Hey, I have one thing. Don't ever say that we don't listen to our fans, all right? Because we do.
we do. All right. Anyway, Ben, I don't my slides for some reason are broken right now, but you have them. So, what are our general topics this week?
So first one is if you want me to go high energy, COVID bad. So
Ben,
COVID-19.
I think we can kill the high energy after the intro. I think we can just go down to regular now because I think high energy is breaking the microphone on your
it's
end.
in all caps.
Okay.
See, it's in all caps. So
COVID bad.
You know, COVID bad. All right. So
yeah.
As we all know, the United States is in the middle of its 1.5 wave of this virus because we never actually killed it.
No, it's not.
And
no, of course
people are
not.
not wearing their masks. So, and as we all know, what is the number? Oliver, let me just ask you a few questions. So, when I talk about America's unwashed penis, when I talk about the worst fucking state in the union, what do you think of?
Florida, because it looks like a penis.
I mean, yeah. So, who do you think is driving the renewed rates of COVID? What states do you think? Name one.
Florida, Texas, Arizona, something else.
Mostly Florida. So people in Florida, they didn't close down their beaches. They reopened way too soon. And South Carolina too. And when you reopen soon and you have a lot of cases, that's called a recipe for more cases. So
yeah.
Florida.
People seem confused. Like people are like, we reopened and suddenly we're getting more cases. What's going on here? No shit, you're gonna get more cases because you reopened. That's kind of to be expected. Yeah, but yeah, it's...
And, I don't understand why anyone would ever reopen bars. We know that bars are the biggest spreaders of COVID-19. We especially know...
They're kind of like petri dishes in the form of food places you can get food and drink. There's just so much stuff... Yeah, no, it's a bar. It's not necessarily it's not really known for being a clean place. It's a bar.
And, you can't socially distance if you're wasted as fuck, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If I do 5 Jaeger bombs, there's no way I'm going to be 6 feet apart from everyone. I'm going to be I'm going to be leaning on a couple people that's going to be me. So, honestly, this is a waste of time podcast recommendation. Governors, if you're watching this, don't fucking open your bars. It's stupid. It's really dumb.
Yeah, do not, yeah.
Also, can we talk about...
And also just like citizens, right? If bars are open in an area, don't go to them. Do not go to bars even if they are open.
If what?
Even if bars in your area are open, do not go there, yeah.
And can we also just make a recommendation? If you are leaving your house and you are not in your car, you should wear a mask. If you're not leaving your house...
Absolutely, yeah.
You should wear a mask.
Absolutely.
100%. There's no... I'm 30 feet away from people. No. We know that this disease can spread through aerosols as well.
Yeah.
We don't... And masks help stop that. So you... should wear a mask. Thank you very much. This time guaranteed wear your mask. So, going off of COVID bad, it comes our second piece, and I wrote this in Mandarin. It's called...
I know you did.
Jiazhou lockdown. So, essentially, in Mandarin, it means California lockdown. So, as we know, California's not doing so good, right?
No.
California's among one of the hardest hit states. Especially LA County and
doesn't California just has the largest population in the U.S. in general, doesn't it? Which could also be kind of affecting the numbers, but still, just in general, it's pretty bad over here. Yeah, well, not in our area of California as much, but Southern California definitely, yeah.
So especially in Imperial County, which is right up to the border, there is this one county, and 1 in every 27 people have the virus in that county. It is very, very bad.
Yeah, that's
in Imperial County.
Yeah.
So if we have any viewers from Imperial County, good luck with you guys. If we have any viewers from Santa Cruz County, you guys are doing pretty well, actually. I think your county is actually
I'm like less than 20 minutes from the Santa Cruz County, I guess, borderline between Monterey and Santa Cruz County. So I'm in that general area, but yeah.
Oh, Monterey County, Monterey County is actually doing really well. You guys have stayed on track. You've only had 42 new cases on July 1st, and 2 weeks ago it was 44. However, if you're in Santa Cruz County, you had 9.9 cases 3.4 days ago. So the Bay Area is doing just fine.
Yeah. Also, just to clarify, right? Just to clarify, these aren't reported cases. There are definitely people who aren't reporting things. I think there's actually a little thing. I don't know where I heard this recently. Like, there was some very radical religious person. Like, I'm not going to go to the hospital. I'm not going to report something. Let my faith take care of this. Blah blah blah. No.
Yeah. Please report it.
Yeah. Again, like these are reported. Like, even if you don't want to seek help for whatever reason, report it just so that people in charge know what's going on. But yeah.
Exactly. And more importantly, so everyone you know knows what's going on too, because that's also what's really important.
Yeah.
Well, so Monterey County is doing well. San Francisco County is kind of on the up, but we are the least amount of up. So
are you saying up? Are you saying like on the up, isn't like a good way or a bad way? Like cases are rising, or that you're doing better? Right, yeah, okay.
Cases are rising in San Francisco County, but not to the extent that they're rising.
That's kind of to be expected, yeah.
We've either flattened the curve, or we're at the beginning of a giant uptick. And I would say we've flattened the curve, because we're not really going up.
Let's just hope that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the mayor's not going to open barbershops, so we're doing pretty well in San Francisco County. But I'm really worried about Orange County, because that's where I'm going. For college.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's going to be resurgence of cases. So if you live in Orange County, please wear your mask. Okay?
Yep.
Cool. For me. Awesome.
Also, Ben, by the way, I have the slides of my iPad now as well, by the way. So I do actually have the slides, which is good.
Alright, we chilling. Okay, so Oliver, talk about your topics. Start with your favorite.
Baseball news. Really not much. Charlie Blackmon, multi-year All-Star for the Colorado Rockies, got COVID. Apart from that, not much else in baseball news.
We now return to the dyslexic baseball wrap-up. And the Unark Yankees beaten the Baltimore Orioles 9-2 here at Yamden Cards.
The Orioles now lace a Fong Toad Rip where they'll face the Sedrocks, the Rebel Days, and the Jublays.
I'm bored. I got new shoes.
Did you talk about the seasons?
I did. I think I talked about that. I mentioned it last time, yeah. But also, like, I think I mentioned that last time, yeah. It's going to be a 60-game regular season. I think pretty much typical playoff stuff like that. Anyway, I'm bored, so I'm going to talk about the fact that I got new shoes. I got new shoes for exercise and running. That's about it. That's the only thing I've really done. That's how bored I am talking about I got shoes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But I got new Hoka shoes for running. They're good. For my exercise stuff.
So for me,
you've written fillings tooth shit.
If you have watched Oliver's Watson vlog before, you will have seen me with a very chipped tooth. So as you know,
Ben, do you want to mention how you got that chipped tooth? Do you want to mention how you got that? Like how you actually got that?
Fucking MacBook.
You fell.
I actually got it because
Go ahead.
On my MacBook. When I was I was distracted playing Dr. Mario, so I jumped on my bed, and my MacBook was there, and my tooth broke off.
In the side of your MacBook area, you slammed your tooth. Yep. That was like 2018, right? That was a couple years ago.
Cool. That was.
I think I FaceTimed you like when I got back from Turks and Caicos, and that's what you sent me was a picture of that.
They made me keep it for 6 to 8 weeks. I didn't even put a cap on it.
Ugh.
Fucked up. I wanted the cap. But, yeah, it's good. I can't chew with that tooth. Anyways, So my teeth are not the best. They actually are genetically predisposed to chipping and having cavities very easily.
Same here.
So my bottom tooth had a big cavity. Yeah, exactly. It sucks.
Yeah.
My top two had one too. So the dentist was just like, all right, we need fillings. So on Monday, they drilled down to like the bottom of my tooth and like gave me like 2 shots of Novocaine and numbed the shit out of my mouth. And that felt really weird at the bottom. But then on Tuesday this week, I got a filling on top. And Oliver, even though I faked an accent, I didn't actually have an accent afterward because when they numb your top teeth, it's very different. And they didn't even need an anesthetic, but I asked for it anyways because I wanted it. So the top teeth took shorter than the bottom teeth because the top teeth were out of my control. There's like a natural groove in my tooth, and the bottom tooth was just didn't floss down there.
Also, I think it's like I had some fillings done a few weeks ago, Ben, right? And like I typically wear a mouth guard at night. But for I think it's like when I did some fillings, it kind of changed my bite a little bit. So now I have to go get my mouth guard restructured as well because like I put it back in, then I put it back in like a few days afterwards, right after my fillings, kind of like after they kind of got settled in a little bit, right? And after they got settled, I put my mouth guard back in. I'm like, this is forcing my jaw at a very weird angle now. So now I have to get my mouth guard restructured as well. It's really annoying.
Oh no. Yeah, I have noticed like very little change.
Yeah.
Like it's great now. Like my teeth, I just feel way better about it, and I floss more too. So we're chilling. So next, let's talk about Wild Man Oliver.
So, all right. If you guys have paid attention to the Wild Man Oliver, I think I made episode number 4. I think I uploaded that a few weeks. I think it was like last week before the podcast. Maybe it was just after. My tent has a hole in it. 2. So the one I patched up with duct tape, Ben. Predictably, what do you think happened to it?
It fell out. The duct tape broke.
Well, no, it just. I mean, it still stuck to the bottom part, but not the top part. Because like I guess the tent fabric got cold in the middle of the night, and it just didn't hold on. How the one I patched up with Gorilla Tape is doing just fine. That's just like Gorilla Tape. You have to cut that. You cannot tear that. You have to cut that with scissors. It's strong. I think I'm just gonna go over and patch up the duct tape one with Gorilla Tape tonight. But yeah.
I think you should staple it. You should staple them together. It works a lot better.
I know. We'll see. I actually have some like tent canvas, which I can use. I can patch it up properly. I think. Or is that I'm gonna get some. They sell like Big 5 Sporting Goods or REI. So yeah, they actually sell like proper tent patch material. Anyway, apart from that, it's been good outside in the tent. Not as cold. It's not as hot in the mornings recently. Like as before, I think I mentioned this. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, right? It was something like 75 degrees in tent every morning. Now it's something more around maybe 60 degrees in tent, so it's much more manageable in the tent in the morning, which is nice. However, since I think I've actually mentioned this before in the past, oftentimes. Like I'll wake up with my alarm clock because I actually brought my proper alarm clock in there now, but also, I oftentimes the heat will wake me up before my alarm clock does, which is nice. But with it not being as hot in the morning, I actually have to rely more on my alarm clock. But yeah, why am I all over? Tent condition doing pretty well, even though I've got a hole in my tent. Actually, surprisingly, no animals, no snakes, no mice. I think it was like no animals actually got in a tent through the massive hole, so that's good.
You think it's less hot because of the hole? And because it helps regulate the air temperature?
I don't know. I mean, this has been a thing, actually. To be fair, I shouldn't know when the hole started. I only noticed it last week, so that could actually be a thing. You're right about that, Ben. Although, actually, no, because like yesterday I woke up and it was pretty hot in there, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Well, we can always speculate. If you guys want to speculate, go ahead and donate to our Patreon, and then you can do that. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Is that the next slide? Nope. Viewer mail. Nope.
No, that's not the next slide. So,
Ben, you fucked up the transition. How dare you?
3, 2, 1, nope.
We've got no viewer mail. All right, Ben's slide.
Oh boy, here we go. So when on the slide it says "Fat Drive Around USA," but what I mean is my dad drove me from my house to Stanford University to UC Berkeley, home. And we just did a driving tour of the universities that I'm literally never going to go to as undergrad, and I'm probably not going to get into as grad, especially not UC Berkeley because they don't really have a medical grad school.
Ben, is it UCB or UC Berkeley? How is it supposed to refer to it now? Is it UCB or UC Berkeley? Which one is it now? Because didn't they put out like public notice, whatever it was? You want to talk about that? The public notice thing happened
last week. I don't know if I said I don't know if I said that on this podcast. I don't know if I said it on Harry's podcast. But I remember that there was this UCB. I'm gonna call it from now on. This UCB person that was from UCB. And he was just like, "Can you not call it UCB? It's very disrespectful to the University of California."
This is the overly PC culture we live in now. Apparently, this is how far this has gotten.
No, this isn't PC. This is just some dude being a fucking elitist ass bitch. All other UCs, UCLA, UCSD, UCSB, UCI, UCM, UCD. You can shorten their names to their acronyms, but no, not UCB, not Berkeley, because they're special. It's not PC. It's
special.
Just
yeah, that's how the state of California would describe them. All right.
UCB. Listen,
I'm sorry.
Not all UCB students share this point of view. Because
sorry, I'm way too overly pleased with my own joke on that one.
You laughing is making me laugh.
All right, sorry, Ben, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, Ben,
so,
yeah.
UCB kids are like known for being really elitist, and it's not that they're like super social justice oriented. I bet that the people that are social justice oriented aren't the ones that are being assholes. But it's like either they don't have a lot of first generations anymore. They have there's second gen most of the time, second or third gen people that go to Berkeley, and so they're like, "Oh, I'm so cool. I go into Berkeley like my mother did, and it's so great." And then they just fucking ignore the fact that everyone else is like so much better than them because they're crowning achievement. They got into a shitty fucking school that's not even going back to campus. And I'm not jealous at all. No way. Didn't even fall.
For some reason, Yale is doing a thing like where Yale is going back to campus, but not for sophomores. But which is really good because like my cousin's actually a sophomore at Yale, and she's actually very annoyed about that.
Fuck sophomores.
I think they can go back in like the spring semester though, so it's not all bad. But that's really very weird though, to be honest.
Oh, I totally forgot to mention. I got my yearbook the other day, and remember everyone when we were talking about Oliver's yearbook and how Oliver's yearbook was the shittiest fucking yearbook he's ever seen. Guess what?
Yep. What?
Not the case for me. The yearbook, I was actually in it 5 times. All right, not to flex, not trying to brag. I actually am trying to brag, and I am trying to flex because, God damn it, do I love that fucking yearbook because I was in it. Do you know how much I strive to be in that yearbook? Do you know how much it means to me?
Ben?
I was in that yearbook once.
By the way, we should mention that Ben's school actually gives a fuck. My school does not. Or my old school, sorry. I don't go there anymore.
My school, yearbook club really cares. Like, they really care. They're really cool. I love them. I love the yearbook club. Thank you so much. If you're in the yearbook club, thank you. I love you. No homo. Maybe full hetero. I don't know. Yeah, so that's the deal. That's the tea. So let's also talk about, I'm very sorry, everybody who has to listen to this, but as you all know, or don't, I am a music dude. Right, Oliver? I do music.
Yep,
right?
you make the sweet jams, the music. You make sounds that make people happy. The music. Yep, music. I don't know what that was. You make music. Is what I'm trying to say.
that needs to be clipped.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
The joys slap.
Ben, I'll send it to you so you can use that as my text tone in the future. All right, that can be my text tone on your phone.
Your text tone right now is just, God damn it, Ben.
No, Ben. Your text tone on my phone right now is the Caterpillar's audio clip.
Caterpillar.
All right, Ben. So Ben, go ahead. What you're saying about your music?
Yeah. So recently, I decided I wanted to make an EP, and I wanted to show everyone how I make an EP, right? And I was like, why don't I make a documentary? And I'm like, nah, fuck it. That's a lot of fucking work. So, for my music video, if you can't tell, check it out on my channel, PCBB. Just look it up. It's like the first one that comes up. It's like a purple background, like a green avatar on top of it.
I'll put a
thing
here for it. Check screen right now for image.
Yeah, so it's a very, okay. So I was like, I'm not going to do a whole fucking documentary on it. And also, I don't want to set up cameras every time I record, because I record I record my audio for a lot. Like, it takes a lot of audio takes to make one song, like at least 100. And I don't want to like have to record every single time.
Right, yeah, it makes sense.
Cuts and it would suck.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna lip sync it, and I tried lip syncing it to the original track on GarageBand, but it was bad. Like it didn't sync up.
You sent me a test of that. It was you sent me the test footage of that, Ben. I remember that. And it was how you say garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Like
yeah.
it wouldn't sync up for sure. But then I got it working, and it's still not synced up. But at some point, I was just like, fuck it, and it's like less noticeable, and it fixes itself after a while. So like, even though I re-recorded it, it was fine. But the test, listen, it's not supposed to be for the video. It's supposed to be for the music, right? And it looks like I actually play real instruments, but I don't. I just play like a keyboard. And
nice.
So essentially, I lied to everyone. Yeah, I just lied to everyone. So
congratulations, Ben. You're a pop artist now. If you lied to everyone, so you actually play real instruments, but you don't. Anyway, also, Ben, actually, I want to talk to you. As you mentioned recording, you actually reminded me of something. I figured out something really cool today. So, I've always wanted to, like, do the image overlay, like, image on video, stuff like that, right? Like video or picture-in-picture type stuff, right? Like, up until now, only time I've actually ever been able to do that was using iMovie in the computer. It was a whole hassle because my computer's absolutely fucking bricked. But there is actually an application which I found that actually lets me do this. And in the I guess current environment on the App Store of all these apps that are free, but you pay out the ass every month for a subscription fee. Now this is an actual free app, a proper free app. It is called CapCut. It's a really cool. I'll put a picture of the app here if I remember. But it actually allows you to do picture-in-picture or video over video, which is actually pretty cool.
Isn't that iMovie?
iMovie Mobile I don't think lets you do that. I'm talking about an app for my phone that lets me do this, which is pretty cool. Also, it syncs up with iMovie and Bazaar and other stuff on my phone as well. And Vaunt as well, which I use for my text.
So also on my slide, there's a very wonderful comment. It says, so if you guys don't know what for all the young kids watching, I want you to turn up the volume 150%, right? I want you to just listen to this, right? Here we go. All right. There we go.
And thus ensued the 10-second long censor beep. All right. No way that stays in, Ben. There's no way that stays in, all right? There's no way that stays in the video. All right.
Anyways, so...
Nope. All right, Ben, moving on to the next slide. I don't care what you wrote on the slide we're not talking about. All right, moving on.
All right.
Ben, you want to introduce our next slide now properly? Because you kind of hinted at it earlier already.
Okay. So, speaking of buying and other useless things, let's talk about our Patreon. So, essentially, there is no reason why you should be... I think we say this every single time.
Yeah.
If you buy our Patreon, fucking don't, alright? It's stupid. Like, why would you spend your hard-earned money on us, right? Don't do it. Why do we have it? Because if one of you actually did, that would be ever.
For instance, I'll send you just if you subscribe to the $500 per upload nothingness, I'll send you pictures of like the Google images for the word.
That's a you'll actually get access to behind the scenes unseen footage of me describing what.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think you want that.
This will probably be the most censored podcast we'll ever make.
So for our Patreon, you'll get access to the post show, which nobody should ever listen to. It's pretty bad.
Some of it's fun. Last week we had a lot of interesting audio clips, Ben.
We upload that and nobody's ever going to see it, which is really funny.
Ben, do you remember what was on the post show last week though? The very interesting Far Cry 5 audio.
Oh no, I remember that.
Anyway, yeah, we got a Patreon. Don't pay for it. Anyway, let's move on to the news.
It's the news. Okay, so Speaking of news, we always need to get into the first part. It's time for your weekly Fuck 12. Roll the intro.
And coming at you live from San Francisco, this is your weekly Fuck 12. That's right, weekly Fuck 12, where we break down some of the shittiest things that the cops did this week.
Okay, so the first thing first and only thing we're going to talk about is New York City. Wow, guys, you fucking did it. You reduced the size of the police and got rid of their budget by $1 billion. Wow, that's really cool. Also, we need to talk about the Black Lives Matter protests. They're not getting a lot of media attention, but there was a gigantic one in New York the other day. There was a huge one in San Francisco a few days ago. There's still ongoing protests across the country.
Good.
People are not covering them because...
I mean, it's good they're happening. It's bad they're not being talked about. Yeah.
We still need to be talking about
this. Of course.
Because this is not $1 billion is not enough. We need to fund half at least.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we need to fund half.
Hey, Ben, what is the, I guess the NYPD's, official budget in general? Is it $6 billion?
It's like $6 billion.
Yeah.
$6 billion. So you get rid of $1 billion and you shift that to community-based non-violent services.
It's better, but it's not good.
It's not good enough. It's good, but it's not good enough. And I mean, they did some hard fights, hard won legal battles, and okay. I mean, if that's the best you can come up with, for now, I'll take it. But it's not going to end the protests. We're still going to be fighting until every single American city fucking gets rid of a lot of their police budget. Because, again, as we've seen, the police have not responded well to this. And they take calls from Karens, first of all. Like, if a woman's named Karen, or if a guy's named Karen. If a guy's named Karen, you run, right? You fucking run. Because Karen as a guy name, that is a death sentence, in my opinion. Okay? So, let's talk about Reddit.
Reddit, it's the kind of less modern Mino, but yeah, go ahead, Reddit.
So
I'm on Reddit.
The other day,
I'm on Reddit. If you want to find me, my thing with Reddit name, I think it's like irrelevant reference 1. If you want to find my Reddit account, there it is.
I'm on Reddit.
I'm active on the MLB. I'm active on the MLB The Show video game forum, and that's about it. That and the Flash Arrowverse thing. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm active on a lot of leftist subs. But speaking of leftist subs, so the thing about Reddit is that recently they had to go through a hate speech thing, like a hate speech censorship thing, because there's an accusation that they lead to mass shooters, which is definitely true. Like, chain boards and Reddit have led to a lot of mass shooters in the past. So they banned the Donald, which is one of the most Trump-supporting sites and most Trump-supporting subs on the website. But they also had to ban Chapo Trap House. Now, Chapo Trap House, if you don't know, is a left-wing podcast. It's really cool. I enjoy it. I listen to it a lot. But their comment section developed into an authoritarian leftist stronghold where people were like praising Stalin and shit. There was also a lot of reasonable discussion.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like hate speech as much as it was just like fuck liberals, which is like, okay, go on, do what you got.
But in Reddit's eyes, it's like, all right, out comes the banhammer. Bye. Yep.
Because Reddit was just like I think they also banned chonkers.
Yeah.
Or Big Chunguses or something.
Yeah.
Which is really sad because that was a good one.
Big
At
Chungus.
least they didn't ban Hydro Homies, alright? Hydro Homies is the best site.
Alright.
Not the other one.
Yeah.
Hydro Homies is the other appreciation site. Okay, we can just we can move past that. Now, Oliver, talk about the next.
So a few months ago, if you remember, Donald Trump did this stupid bullshit, not scientifically backed thing and all, like saying, "Hey, drink hand sanitizer because it's fucking it kills the coronavirus." All this 100%. Well, people did it. 2 people have died. By people, I don't mean children. I mean adults have been drinking hand sanitizer. 2 confirmed deaths and 1 man permanently blinded. What the fucking why and how? How stupid do you have to be to drink hand sanitizer?
Well, I mean, if the president does it, a lot of people do it. You know, the other day he said it was 4 masks, so that could actually be a turning point in our country. And I'm glad he fucking came to his senses.
I thought that was just Mike Pence. I thought it was just Mike Pence that was actually Trump as well.
No, he said he was all for masks, but he wouldn't know.
He says a lot of things. The next day he says the complete opposite. So we'll have to see. But yeah, don't drink hand sanitizer. Literally, how stupid do you have to be to do that? It's just, don't do that. No. Stop it.
This is a waste of time podcast thing. If you're gonna drink, don't drink your own moonshine that you make. Okay, we don't know if you have wood alcohol in that. Don't drink hand sanitizer. Don't drink bleach. Don't drink ethanol. And just like maybe steer clear of like sodas. You want to drink healthy, right? Drink water.
Yeah,
that's the deal. It's a thesis.
Water and milk and whatever the fuck. Just don't drink. Don't drink toxic stuff. All right.
Yes, and that very much includes alcohol.
Do not mix Red Bull with coffee, with Monster Energy, with gasoline, and definitely not add kerosene to that mixture. Do not drink that. All right, we're moving on now to the quarantine media update.
Please, we didn't. Still, wow, we got through this pretty quickly.
We did, yeah. We're at half an hour now.
Just chilling.
All right, Ben, what have you been doing? Because your slide's pretty much blank.
So yeah, I don't have a lot of media because I don't really.
Then, I think it's like your slide's blank, while on my slide is actually going off the slide itself.
He has a
lot of music, pretty much.
So what I've been listening to recently is I've been trying to like focus test my own album. So
that's not gonna.
I hate this any statistical, but I've just been listening to my own shit. So that's it. Yeah, and then for my games, I've been playing Animal Crossing. You know, I'm like still playing Animal Crossing right now, like just on call, as normal.
That it?
Yeah, and for TV, I'm starting to watch Community on Netflix. It's really good. It's a very funny show. And then for film, I watched The Breakfast Club, which was kind of fucking bad. I hated it. It was so 80s.
It's definitely a cult classic film. Definitely, I think.
But like it says like they use the F slur all the time. They're like the freaks and the geeks don't get along, or like, you can never be this good in geek, or I lie a lot. It's like so 80s, and it was like the worst. I hated it so much.
Speaking of so 80s and like it's also 90s in my case, my music list is a lot of that. Bad Religion. I did not put Isocracy on here, but also Isocracy. That's another one. That's the other John Kiffmeyer band. It's not Green Day. Mating Ritual, Bowling for Soup. Yes, they're very funny. Although most of the songs are either Let's Get Drunk or My Girl Left Me. That pretty much that type of stuff. But they're very, very good like punk rock oriented band. I like them a lot. They're very funny a lot of the time. Anyway, Bad Religion, Isocracy, Mating Ritual, Bowling for Soup, My Chemical Romance, Green Day, Group Love, Billy Joe Armstrong, Sid Meier's Power Rock playlist. That's my music. I think. Oh yeah. I should also put Fun on that list as well. Fun's still up there. Pentatonics, 2 songs. That's about it. I don't really like Pentatonics in general, but the cover of Hallelujah and Radioactive are both pretty good. Lindsey Sterling should also be on that list as well. I forgot to put her on there. For games, Far Cry 5, MLB The Show 20, Minecraft, Batman Arkham Knight as well, Red Dead Redemption 2. I've actually been playing a lot of Xbox and PlayStation from my iPad and iPhone because I have the apps that allow me to do that now, which is great. I've been playing Batman Arkham Knight.
Is very much.
I've been playing it in the tent by controlling it with my iPad. It works pretty well, to be honest. The stick, like the analog sticks, I mean, like the right stick just to look around in most games is pretty slow to respond. It's not necessarily lag. It's just very, very lazy kind of. It's a bit kind of like moving the stick through mud. It's not great. But like for something like Minecraft, it works fine. Like most people would play Minecraft on an iPad on Minecraft Pocket Edition, right? No, I want to play my Xbox without having to do all the connection bullshit. So I'm playing it via my Xbox app, my controller app. I also play a lot of Ruby Grimm clips as well on that. TV, Titans, Doom Patrol, Death in Paradise. Film, absolutely fucking nothing. All right.
Did you talk about Death in Paradise?
I did. I've got one episode left in season 9 to watch, which is the current season.
I actually have I actually have a few questions about like your Xbox thing because I'm pretty sure like a lot of people on the podcast would like to hear this because
Yeah, go ahead.
you know like it's so pertinent to everyone.
Yeah, ask away. Ask away.
So like, how like do you use your controller to control the Xbox or do you off your iPad and like you can see the
I get like so.
screen or...
It's kind of like so if you know like on Minecraft Pocket Edition, you can like kind of like can see the controls on the screen, right? But you can also see the game behind it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that, but for anything on the Xbox. I should also point out that my Xbox controller app is not made by Microsoft, while my PlayStation one is made by Sony. So yeah.
So one of them is sanctioned.
So also like I think I sent you like the Xbox One for stuff like Forza, which has extremely fast Forza Call of Duty, which has extremely fast frame rate acceleration, doesn't work as well. Whereas Sony, it works pretty well with the PlayStation One, because the Xbox One's an unlicensed third party. But you know what? It's not horrible. Also, yeah, they're both pretty much Wi-Fi restricted. They have to be on the same Wi-Fi network. But for the next, I think it's both for like the Series. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. There's gonna be like you can play your. Say you're on a road trip, you can just boot up your Xbox from across the country and play it on your phone with the new consoles coming out at the end of this year or right next year whenever they come out. But still, yeah. But it's at this point in time, I'd say it's mostly a novelty thing. Definitely not I honestly obviously MLB The Show works fine. It's a baseball game that works pretty much fine with my PlayStation on the app. Batman Arkham Knight works decently. Ruby Grimm Eclipse, which is a pretty simple basic game, doesn't require a lot of Ruby Grimm Eclipse works fine with 30 FPS, 40 FPS. For instance, like I don't want to be playing online Call of Duty with 25 FPS. That's not gonna really work. That's pretty. Yeah, but for stuff like Forza like has like a lot of like fast screen tear stuff, but like with games like really basic game, Ruby Grimm Eclipse, stuff like that, those all work fine. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was very interesting, I'll say that much. But it works decently enough.
On your
on Xbox, AC Odyssey is a fantastic game. On the iPad, it's
and you can
interesting.
You can screen record better on your iPad, right?
Well, funny thing, it tends to crash my Xbox screencasting thing. It tends to actually cast the game cast. It tends to kind of crash that. I don't know why.
Oh, probably because they just don't want you to do that. Like.
Yeah, because I guess you could because here's actually kind of something cool. Like, so I guess on the PlayStation, right, you cannot watch Amazon Prime, for instance, and screen record that. However, on the Xbox, you can via the controller app. So I guess they don't want you stealing content, which makes a lot of sense.
Well, because Xbox didn't make the controller app, right?
That's true, yeah.
So
like literally, the cover of it, like the cover, I guess like the homepage for the app of the Xbox One reminds me of a freaking Matrix green font. It's hideous. But yeah. Anyway, Ben, you want to read the outro this week?
Yeah. So remember, guys. So we always have our mailboxes open. We're always looking for viewer mail. And it's not just give us a more exciting intro or a more exciting podcast. We're always looking for viewer mail. So pretty much anything you normally use as a heartfelt plea to a Karen on crack, send to Jenkins123, Jenkins123@gmail.com. That's right. That's Jenkins123, Jenkins123@gmail.com. Make sure that if you want to, you don't subscribe to our Patreon. It's going to be linked in the bottom. Just don't subscribe.
Yeah, check the description for all the links to the everything. Yeah.
You don't want to do
yeah, do not. Anyway, thank you for watching the shortest episode of episode 2, and we'll see you all in episode 12. Oh, by the way, this is the first episode of season 2, and we'll see you for the next episode. Good night.
Hellcat.